What's happening, people? What is going down? He's alive. I'm alive. I'm back. I'm here. September. So, what's been going on, guys? Wow. Did August fly by? What the hell happened? I don't know what's happened. I honestly can't tell you what's happened. First of August started off kind of crazy. Kim's kind of coming into her own. She's accepting or allowing herself to believe, or giving herself permission, should I say, to follow her, I don't want to say psychic abilities, whatever it is that, her grandma told her a long time ago she had psychic abilities, and of course, her mom pounded the church into her, and so that always was like, bad. And when her and her dad would talk about it, her mom would always interrupt and talk about Jesus and, talk about how that was the bad thing and blah, blah, blah. So Kim has always never, even though she's known that she sees and hears things and that she's in tune to something, and she always goes and gets books in the library and wants to explore it. And then, she kind of preys on her, but that voice tells her, So she doesn't. But here lately, she's been, I think she's starting to see through the hypocrisy and the control mechanism that the church has been placing on all of us. And I think that she sees that, that if God has given her a gift, that it's a gift from God, and how dare some man tell her, some guy reading a Bible and his interpretation and telling her what's right and what's wrong for her. So I think she's kind of moving into that. And it's been magical, dude. She, the beginning of August, might have been the end of July when it started, but around August, she started getting synchronicities like me. The clock started changing. She was getting the 11:11, 1:11, 2:22, 3:33. She was getting all that. It was like coming in like full force. Then the clock started changing like it does for me. And I started having her add it up, and a few times it equaled 9, which she doesn't add it up. She never does. Ugh. But anyway, so long story short, I started following and listening to her. Like, we just kind of like followed her intuition, in August. We kind of like, she felt like doing something, we went and did it. And we ended up at the video I made, the spiritual camp with me and Alan. She and I had found that she had this like urge to go there. So, anytime she has an urge, we're like following her right now, seeing what's up with it. And she had an urge to go there. So we went. And she's like, I want to walk that trail. I've been wanting to walk that trail ever since we've came here. And it doesn't really look like it goes anywhere. It just looks like it heads off into the distance there. But I didn't think it really went to anything. I thought it was just like around the yard, So I was like, well, let's do it, So she asked the lady inside, hey, is that trail, is that for walking? Can we go walk around that trail? Is that, lead us? She goes, oh, it goes back in there. So we take off, and oh my God, what a cool ass place, dude. And what energy. Because this place has always had a taboo, or a, what do you call it? Just a bad name, or, like a stench put on it, or, some kind of stigma that goes with it. It's called the Chesterfield Spiritual Camp, and it's been there since the 1800s. And it's, clairvoyants and healers and audio, voyant, just different types of people on different types of spiritual paths. No matter what you're on, what path you're on, it's like it's cool, whatever you do is cool. It's not some kind of box that you're gonna have to go fit in. If you're on a spiritual path of any kind, whether it be Buddha or Vedic, whatever, Christian, Islam, Muslim, whatever your thing is, you can go there. But anyway, so we go there, which, you know, leads us into, like, we're just, like, in this moving and grooving state, right? So Friday comes rolling around. She has 4 days off. She's like, you know, let's go to Tennessee. Or, you know, I don't know how the conversation came up, but that's what we did. We took off. We went to Tennessee. And, which was eye-opening for me because, okay. Yes, I may be running out of memory. That's not good. Okay, so we have a plan to, you know, go west and take off and travel. We want to walk trails. We want to, you know, long story short, we want to go to different places like Sedona and different Mount Shasta, different places in Asheville, North Carolina, Hickory. These different places where we know these energies are real heavy. We want to walk into the forest. We want to hit the woods. We want to, you know, do these trail hikes. So we go to Tennessee and we go to these state parks, and there's this one place called Fall Creek Falls Park. And I think they said that they had done the movie Jungle Book. I think they did the movie Jungle Book there. Well, anyway, so we try to go down, and I can't do it. I can't make the ascend, or the descend, yeah. My knees and my weight, I'm just, it's killing me. It's hurting me. It's hurting me bad. So it was like something I really needed to find out before we take off for the next few months and think we're going to go hit these mountains. Because some of these trails that we plan on going to are like no joke, you know. So anyway, that was an eye-opener. But anyway, like I say, it was a spontaneous thing, kind of followed her intuition. Ended up in 3 different state parks, beautiful, beautiful places. It was the most awesome time. And we just rolled without a plan, didn't plan anything, you know. It was just, we decided we'd pull over, drop the tailgate, open the cooler, and eat, you know. We want to sleep in the truck. One night, you know, on the way down, we did. We slept in the back of the truck under the stars. And, you know, we just did whatever we wanted to do. We didn't have a plan, and we didn't want to make a plan and let the wind blow us, and it was pretty sweet. But anyway, I came back and decided, man, I need to go to work. For one thing, I need to stack up some cheddar. I need to get some shit going, but I also got to get into shape, man. I'm going to have to go up and down some ladders. I'm going to have to, you know, carry some heavy shit because I got to get myself in shape, man. We're going to be carrying backpacks and going into the forest. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I can't be going in there and breaking down and having her hike 5 miles out to save me, you know, or some kind of shit like that. So anyway, that's not what this video is about. What this video was supposed to be about. This video is actually supposed to be about September. I don't know what's going to happen when I get to 3/13. Is it going to say my memory's completely full? Anyway, yeah, I'm watching this clock down here. So I come back and I get to, what is going on? Fuck. Okay. Yes, I may be running out of memory. That's not good. Okay, so we have a plan to, you know, go west and take off and travel. We want to walk trails. We want to, you know, long story short, we want to go to different places like Sedona and different Mount Shasta, different places in Asheville, North Carolina, Hickory. These different places where we know these energies are real heavy. We want to walk into the forest. We want to hit the woods. We want to, you know, do these trail hikes. So we go to Tennessee and we go to these state parks, and there's this one place called Fall Creek Falls Park. And I think they said that they had done the movie Jungle Book. I think they did the movie Jungle Book there. Well, anyway, so we try to go down, and I can't do it. I can't make the ascend, or the descend, yeah. My knees and my weight, I'm just, it's killing me. It's hurting me. It's hurting me bad. So it was like something I really needed to find out before we take off for the next few months and think we're going to go hit these mountains. Because some of these trails that we plan on going to are like no joke, you know. So anyway, that was an eye-opener. But anyway, like I say, it was a spontaneous thing, kind of followed her intuition. Ended up in 3 different state parks, beautiful, beautiful places. It was the most awesome time. And we just rolled without a plan, didn't plan anything, you know. It was just, we decided we'd pull over, drop the tailgate, open the cooler, and eat, you know. We wanted to sleep in the truck. One night, you know, on the way down, we did. We slept in the back of the truck under the stars. And, you know, we just did whatever we wanted to do. We didn't have a plan, and we didn't want to make a plan and let the wind blow us, and it was pretty sweet. But anyway, I came back and decided, man, I need to go to work. For one thing, I need to stack up some cheddar. I need to get some shit going, but I also got to get into shape, man. I'm going to have to go up and down some ladders. I'm going to have to, you know, carry some heavy shit because I got to get myself in shape, man. We're going to be carrying backpacks and going into the forest. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I can't be going in there and breaking down and having her hike 5 miles out to save me, you know, or some kind of shit like that. So, anyway, that's not what this video is about. What this video was supposed to be about. This video is actually supposed to be about September. I don't know what's going to happen when I get to 313. Is it going to say my memory's completely full? Anyway, yeah, I'm watching this clock down here. So I come back and I get to, what is going on? Fuck. Anyway, so I needed to get to work. I needed to, you know, get up and down ladders, carry some drywall and do some shit and get myself like back in shape. Cause I used to be stout and really in shape, and I am pretty stout. My knees, dude, my knees are just, oh my God. But anyway, so I got into that low frequency shit. The work led me into doing some stuff for Dad, which, oh my God, me and him, we fight since we get on the job site. It's just what we do. We're programmed to do that. It's like we've been doing it for 40 years. So, we just butt heads, and he's old now. He ended up, not over anything that we got into it about, but he ended up going to the hospital here this weekend. And so, you know, it's like getting to the point where you can't really, we can't butt heads like we used to, because I feel sorry for him because he's all old. And he ain't doing too good, man. He really isn't doing very good. And, but anyway, you know, I just caught up in this low frequency bullshit, and time's flying by, and that's why I haven't made a video. I just, I get off work, you know, or whatever. I get done. Like, if I'm not at work there, I'm working here. And, man, construction makes me tired. It makes me sore. I'm in pain. It makes me shitty. And I can't hardly, you know, get in one of those good moods to shoot a video, you know. If Dad wouldn't have went to the hospital this weekend, we'd be working today, and I'd be shitty again today. So, number one, September. I don't know about you guys, but throughout my whole life, September has always been that month that it should be a good month because my birthday's in that month, but it's a turning of the seasons, and I always go through this, I don't want to say depression, but just I don't know, you know, fall just brings something on me like it's, depression is the only word I can come up with. Yeah, you know, I just don't, I actually prefer winter, I think, more than fall. Fall just really gets in my head. Back when I was kicking up a lot of dust years ago, man, I'd get into trouble, start drinking and get crazy. And in the fall, I would just raise ruckus, you know. But anyway, I had been talking to several friends through my channel, and then friends, you know, that aren't part of this, that are in my world here, you know, this 3D shit I'm in. And there's a lot of people going through a lot of, like, there's relationship issues going down. People are in pain. People are making, like, these big shifts and these big I don't know, transitions where they're losing hope, like sort of, well, I'm sensing that they're like, they was on a mission going this direction, you know, and then they're not feeling it so much anymore, and they're kind of like changing, maybe like, I don't know if maybe that's what we should be doing, or, you know, just not having the momentum that they had going in, and I'm in it too, man. I'm in this lull. It's like this, you know, but I feel myself coming up. I mean, this full moon that's coming, shit's gonna pop off for me. I know this. I can feel it. It's gonna happen for you too. Things are gonna change, man. It sort of reminds me when Kim, I can't remember which baby it was, but in the middle of labor, she was telling me, no, I'm not going to have this baby. I don't want to do this. Let's stop. You know, like she could stop, like it's, you know, a choice. And I think that's where we're at. You know, it's not going to stop. It's these are birthing pains. This is, you know, we're going through physical change because we're going through spiritual, emotional, psychological, mental, circadian rhythm change, frequency change. Everything about us on the what do you call it, the atomic level, you know, anatomy, on the atom, on the cellular level, on the microbial level, on what do they call it, microtubule level, on the Planck scale. We are changing, we are shifting, we are integrating into a new type of energy. That's why, you know, if you're not feeling shit, if you're not feeling like the density of this, if you're not feeling it, if you're just like, then you're really not becoming lighter or becoming more sensitive to energy or in tune. You know, when you run your whole life and you're in your station, your frequency's not on and it's nothing but fuzz. Then you get it into, hey Joe, this is, you know, ABC News or whatever, you know, this is, and now you're in tune. You've got dialed in, and all of a sudden you get a little bit of static, goes back to just a tiny bit of where you was, and now all of a sudden, man, you're like, because you know what being in tune is. You know what's possible. You know what you could feel like, and you know, and when you get out of that, there's almost this, and I feel it too. I'm like, fuck this, you know, I gotta meditate every day. I gotta do shit every day. I feel like if I don't take care of myself now, if I don't do these certain things, and maybe it's psychological, I don't know, but if I don't do these certain things, I just feel like, you know, and that's how I was always feeling. I've always felt that way, and probably you have too. But now you've got a taste of this lighter body, this, you know, this, you get glimpses, and you get just a taste, you know, and you just want it all the time, and you want it all the time. And I think it's kind of like, you know, before it rains and you feel that first sprinkle, and, you know, you feel a little sprinkle, or so you feel this like mist, or you can tell it's going to rain, but the rain's not there. But you get just a little drop. You get a drop here and a drop there and a drop here and a drop there. And it's like, so you're getting touches of the wetness. You know, you're getting like these little tastes, these little morsels of the wetness. You don't know that you're moving into this. You don't know that you're going to be drenched eventually. All you know is that, you know, you feel these little drips, and now it stops. You know you felt it, and it felt good. And you're ready to, like, quit, because it just doesn't seem like you're getting there. It seems like it's taking forever. You can't give up now. I mean, you're just around the corner. I really feel like we're just around the corner of this thing. I've been shown way too much. I have seen way too much. I have felt way too much for this to be something that's going to pass. For this to be something that was a phase, or just a moment in my time. This is huge. And that's what I was going to bring up. Another thing I wanted to bring up is about September. For me, this is my third one going through this spiritual deal. The last two have been just for the records. You know, they're in the books. They're like the dates, you know, stamped out. September has been transitional. It has been evolutionary. It's been magical, scary, life-changing, you know, maddening, enlightening. Just, you can't come up with the words because it's mystical and magic. You know, it's just something that's not ordinary. It's something that, you know, it's almost outside of the imagination, some of it, you know, some of the things that's happened to me, I wouldn't have been able to even imagine these things. So, it's been pretty crazy. And I know that my whole purpose is to try to keep people on point, keep them moving in this direction, you know, as a leader. And I know I haven't been doing a very good job of that, but, you know, forge forward, and there'll be people following me, and then those people have got people that are following them, and we just create this train of energy, this momentum, and that's what it's all about, is momentum, man. We've got to keep pushing this giant. You know, I've described it like a, you know, boxing. You know, whoever you are, if you're in there boxing like Douglas when he fought Tyson, you got momentum. If you throw a punch and he's starting to go back, man, you better throw another punch and throw another punch and keep going with that, because if you so much as let up, he's coming back on you. So that's how it feels to me. It feels like I can't let up. It feels like I got to keep my foot on the throttle. I got to keep my foot on the gas. And I'm so used to, you know, this McDonald's lifestyle that I need my shit now. And if you're not giving it to me right now, I'm done. I'm like, I'm done with this. I'm not going to sit here and wait, you know. But we can't do it with this. This is one of those things that it's like fine wine, man. You need to let it ferment. You need to let this thing age. You need to let this thing grow. Let it develop into what it's going to develop into. So, you know, for those of you that are going through the relationship problems, man, and going through some, I've heard financial struggles. Others I've heard physical pain, actual pain. And a lot of the people that are in physical pain, I can't say much that you may get relief, you may not, I don't know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I know on a relationship level, on a spiritual level, on a individual, on a, you know, your journey, on your path, you know, you're in too deep to turn back. You can't just stop. You just got to continue forging forward, continue to love, you know, just spread the light, spread the love, whether you feel like it or not. You just try your best, try your hardest, and you'll notice that you'll come into a cycle where things get easier, things get better, things start to move up, move with that momentum. You're probably going to hit another lull spot, because we're going to do this, and you know, we're going to be aware of it. Unfortunately, you know, if we were so caught up in the Matrix, or so caught up in that bullshit 3D, we would be so entangled in what's going on politically, and you know, what's going on with I don't even know what's going on in the news, because I don't watch the news, but you know, whatever, the shootings, I've heard people talk about shootings, and you know, you'll get caught up in all these things, and you know, just stay out of that shit. Don't pay attention to that shit. Stay out of it. Keep moving forward in the direction you're going. You know, spread the love, spread the light. Fake it till you make it. Just keep going. It'll get better. And you know, just know that I love you. And I wanted to make this video just to. There's a few people out there who need some love, that need love right now. And I'm that guy to bring it. I bring that shit, you know I do. So Hey, when I'm bringing a little bit of love to you, a little bit of sunshine to you, a little bit of hope. And just know that you're not the only one that's having a shitty week or a shitty, you know, my last few weeks have been pretty shitty. Oh my God, is that a spider? Dude, this thing is fucking... Damn, that's a cricket. Never kill crickets. Well, that's what Kim says. She said, you're not supposed to kill crickets, so I don't. She's probably going to start chirping, driving me nuts. But anyway, so... Love yourself. I love you. Just, man. You got up this morning. That's the shit, man. You know, you could, every day you get up, you've got the potential to make big change. I mean, you could, there's anything you could do. There's big things you can do. You can help people. You can hurt people. You know, you can be a huge influence. You know, if you can be a negative influence, if you could go out here and load up a gun and go into a school and kill a bunch of people, you should be able, on the opposite end of the spectrum, to have just as much of an effect. You would think, well, how can I have that much of an effect? But you can. Yeah, you would be amazed at the people that you just go up and pat them on the back and say, hey, man, good job, you know, or tell them they're enough, or hold the door for somebody, you know, somebody who never gets the door held for them. Be polite to people who are being judged really harshly in this country right now. Be, you know, kind to yourself, man. And, you know, shit, man, we're here. We're doing this. We're moving forward. You know, it's been shitty. I know. I've been down in it. I've been in low frequency stuff right now. But I feel myself coming out. I'm climbing out. And you're going to too, so just don't give up on what you're doing. You know, don't think that this relationship that's ending is the end of something. It's the beginning of something. You know, things are happening, and anything that happens, you know, some of the most life-changing things that happened to me in my life were the most painful things. I talk about when I went to prison, and when I went to prison, it was the worst and the best thing that ever happened to me. It was, you know, I had to hit that wall, man. I had to hit that wall, and it changed everything. So, you know, things that, when it comes to pain, man, there's something, you know, it's the contrast. Life, we're in a contrast. It's like, you would never, you know, I think it was Abraham Hicks or somebody I'd heard talk about, you would never know just how sweet sugar is if you never knew how bitter, you know, like salt or, you know, something bitter was. You would never know just how the warmth of the sun could be unless you've been in the cold and chill of the dark. You cannot enjoy the great splendors unless you have shit, man. You gotta have, you know, the pendulum swings, man. The pendulum swings. It's good here, but it's over here, and it's bad over here, and you're going to get that, you know. If you're over here getting this, that only means one thing. It means you're swinging back to the good. Believe that shit, because that's real. That's how it really works. That's the universal law. You know, it does. It swings back. Life is an ebb and flow. Positive, negative. Positive, negative. You know, is where the hyperbole is, you have the influx of, you know, magnetism, is energy's being drawn in, and then dielectric, where energy's being shot out. That's what you are. You're, you know, it's negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. We just don't harp on the positive. We focus on the negative. Here's an example. A lot of people will tell you, oh my God, look at all these shootings and all these people that are hating, you know, this side, the right hates the left, left hates the right. The Russians hate these guys, and Syrians hate that, and all this hate and all this, you know, where's the balance? You say there's a pendulum. Well, what they don't advertise, they don't show you every Thanksgiving how a whole family of people, like 20 or 30 of your people come, and there's this love in this house, so much love it could light up the whole house. Christmas time, the same thing. Birthdays, graduations, when somebody's born, when somebody gets married. you know, the family joins together and all this love, it just doesn't go on the news, so we don't see all this love. But this is happening at my house. It's happening next door. It's happening in the house down the street. Happening at your house, your next door neighbor, your cousin, your grandma. You know, these gatherings of love, all this love is here. We just are not seeing it because we're not out there. You can't, you know, take a gun and shoot 6 people and, you know, full of love. You're just, you know, so it doesn't make the news. But you can go out there and give these people love, and it's just as powerful, you know. So just because you don't see it on the news doesn't mean it doesn't exist. There is that much love out there, just as much hate as you see on the TV. You know, they want us to focus on that. They want us to focus on that. It's unhealthy for us. So, and that's a whole nother conversation. But anyway, who's going to be my 333rd subscriber? I'm at 332. Who's going to be 333? Who's the lucky one? Anyway, man, I love you guys. And yes, I'll be putting out a couple more videos soon. So, anyway, this was supposed to be short. Now it looks like it's 30 minutes. I was going to make a 12-minute video. It can't be done. Anyway, know that you're beautiful. Take some love with you. Lighten up on this shit, man. Just fuck it. Trust me, I know where you're at. I was caught up here a week or two ago. So mad. Oh, my God, over a job. Over the customer, my dad, me, and the work, the money, the job. The whole thing was, you know, shit I got caught up in. And, oh, my God. Just, you know, I get it. I know how you could be so caught up in dumb shit. You know, it's like, at the end of the day, it's so dumb. But when somebody else is petty about something, I don't know what it is about me, but, like, if you start, man, I don't, you know, like, we could all lay out money and, you know, you take whatever, you take whatever. But if you got a guy over there who's, like, trying to get it all, that brings out something in me, man. It's like, you ain't getting it all, motherfucker. I'm getting something, you know, so I'm being like him, you know. I don't know if you guys are like that, but, man, somebody petty and somebody greedy can bring that shit out of me. I'm normally like, hey, I don't care, you know, if they're like, hey, I don't care, and I'm like, no, here, you take that extra 5, or you take, you know, and it doesn't mean a thing. But if that dude's trying to get that 5, if he's trying to, like, well, I think I done a little bit of, I think, you know, since I drove my car, or whatever his fucking rule thing is, I think I should get the 5 he's trying to get. Now it's like, no, motherfucker. I'm getting the 5, you know, so that's the shit I've been involved in, you know. Oh, God, 3D, you gotta love it. It's entertaining. It is entertaining, you know, so it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I love you guys. I'm gonna shut the hell up. And it's 9/9/19. So who's gonna be my 333 on 9/9? Let's get these 9s rolling. Peace, love, happiness. I will talk to you